Welcome, welcome to the CatFiveBoys podcast. I'm your host Matt, and I'm here with my co-host Maddie
Hey everybody, hope everyone's doing well.
and my other co-host George.
Hey everybody.
So before we get started, I wanted just to get through some announcements. First and foremost, disclaimer: the views expressed on the show by the guests or the hosts do not necessarily reflect the views of the show itself. Further disclaimer: the topics we touch on and we talk about on the show are not always the most kid friendly or the most sensitive. Sometimes they are pretty insensitive or a little bit uh, dark. So if that's not for you, this might not be the show for you. We hope you enjoy the show. If you guys can't catch the full shows, though, we do have clips accounts on Instagram, TikTok, and on YouTube. We post shorts. All of those accounts are at Cat5Boys. So again, if you can't catch the full shows, we have clips on there, kind of some of the best parts of each episode. So go check out those accounts and follow them. Comment on the clips, and you know maybe make it to a different show besides the one you couldn't. Um, Furthermore, if you're on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment down below. If you have any thoughts, any criticisms, any disagreements with us, whatever the case may be. On Spotify, I think you can also comment, but on Spotify, rate us a 5 stars, follow us on there, and on Apple Podcasts as well. We love the comments. Keep the comments flowing. If you guys want, to if you guys want to voice your opinion in the comments based off something we said in the show or anything like that, in the next episode following that, we will speak on those comments and we will touch on them and give our opinions or just give a shout out to the people who do comment. So we do appreciate that. Furthermore, if you do want to be a guest on the show rather than just limiting it to comments, we would love to have you on. Just DM us on Instagram at Cat5Boys and we will get to you and schedule you to be on the show as soon as possible, whenever is of the best convenience. With that said, and without further ado, I believe I have nothing else to say. Besides that, Georgie, how have you been since the last time you were on?
Good, just really busy, bro. Owning a house is pretty tough, I got a lot of stuff to do at it.
It's good to stay busy, though. It's good to stay busy. What about you, Maddie? What's up? How's your day been?
Oh, my day has been well. I can't complain. But I've just been doing me, and work is going good. Life is going well, so everything is going my way, and I'm happy.
That is good to hear. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. We are recording this. We do release these like a couple days. Like if we record, because we record on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If we record on Thursday, it'll be released the following Wednesday. So obviously this will be released after Valentine's Day is over. But for us, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. We hope every single person who is listening to this had a good Valentine's Day. Hopefully you were with your loved ones and you had a good time and whatnot. And if you didn't, hopefully, or rather, if you spent this Valentine's Day alone, remember you're never truly alone because God's always with you. So make sure you give thanks for that and show your appreciation and your love to Him as well. Maddie, what are your plans for Valentine's Day if you have anybody?
Not much, my brother. I'm gonna leave work early. Since my mom has a half day at her job. I'm gonna take her to a nice dinner. We're gonna go home and play some games. Have the family come over and just spend time with each other, and then very blessed to say, then Saturday is her birthday. So we have another celebration, which I'm very thankful I get to do with her.
Happy birthday to your mother, man. That sounds awesome. That's good. Oh, we got a mommy's boy
Thank you,
here.
bud.
Oh, little mama's boy.
All right, yeah, we have a little mama's boy here. That sounds awesome though, buddy. Definitely, we see good sons. We have to appreciate them. Um, Hopefully she has many more birthdays than just this one, buddy, and hopefully you enjoy it and she does too.
Thank you, buddy.
Georgie, what are your plans for this Thanksgiving? Listen to me. For this Valentine's Day, buddy. What's up?
Dude, honestly, we're just gonna do lunch. Right after I go to work. Then we're gonna watch a movie and eat food here at home. And then
So,
Saturday is when we're gonna actually go celebrate Valentine's because people don't know this, but Valentine's Day they up the prices in every fucking place you go to. So you waste more money. You know, they even some places that you call to make reservations, they charge you for how do you say this thing? Think about it right now, but it's like to hold your seat. Like if you go to a restaurant, they're
A
charging people.
reservation, buddy.
Yeah,
Reservation.
yes, it's a reservation, but they're charging people
Like for
for
holiday shit.
reservations. Yeah, yeah. Like if you want to go to a restaurant, they charge you right now, like just for holding you a fucking place over there.
Yeah, like that's the thing about like especially since it falls on a Friday this year, everything's gonna be super packed, super packed. But buddy, so you're gonna celebrate it with your girl this year, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you guys are gonna go out to eat and stuff.
Oh, may I
Yes, sir.
interject?
What was that, buddy?
May I interject with something?
Of course, of
You
course.
have
Go
a
ahead.
I just
girlfriend?
realized how excited are you guys? This is your first Valentine's Day with your girls as your fiancés. You guys excited for that?
I am.
It's just another fucking year, bro. I'll be honest with you. All right.
I mean, Matt is different. Matt sees everything as the same shit every year. That's what he sees.
Listen, man. If anything, she should be celebrating me because if it wasn't for me, and the other men in this world, the world wouldn't move. So all you women out there, just remember that if you didn't have men, you would all die. But if we didn't have women, I think we'd live pretty fine, to be honest.
The fuck, bro? This guy is
Oh,
always
it
even in a
started
day about
early. Oh my goodness.
Okay,
a
no,
day
no.
about love.
Listen,
This man
listen.
has
It's
to say that.
Valentine's Day tomorrow, okay? It's Valentine's Day. I'm gonna stop the little act, although this isn't really an act. You know what? It's like 50% an act today. I'm overdoing it a bit. I am gonna spend it with the woman of my dreams, whom I love so much, and who will be my wife very, very soon, God willing.
Where's the wedding?
Sometime next year, hopefully around winter time. I'm trying to because I have to do the church stuff, and in the church I want to do it with. It takes around a year to get everything kind of set and everything. So if we do it now, it'll probably obviously be around February, March. So springtime, wintertime, around there. But but yeah, I'm beyond blessed and beyond happy. So I'm gonna treat her this year. I'm not gonna say exactly what I'm gonna do because I'm gonna leave that. She's listening to me right now, so I'm gonna leave that shit to the imagination. But yeah, no,
Let's.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited, and she's awesome. She deserves everything. So, but yeah, and I'm sure Georgie feels the same way. And he just got a house with his fiance. That's awesome. It's his first Valentine's Day in his new house with his new fiance. That's awesome.
Wow.
Yes.
That's awesome.
There's one thing that sucks though. For Valentine's, I won't have Maddie, and me and Maddie at work, we always give each other kisses and you know the gay stuff that we do over there.
Buddy, please. I thought we said we keep that a secret.
No secrets here, buddy. Maybe your porn addiction is safe here.
Oh shit.
All right, here we go again. I really missed that you weren't here. God.
It was good for you, huh, Maddie, to have a
Oh, it
at
was
least
amazing. You and I were able to have adult conversations without this idiot.
he had a little detox while you were gone, George.
Oh, I know. Now I'm back. Poor guy.
Now he's back, and Maddie has an addiction to pornography again, I guess.
Yep.
Either way,
Anytime he thinks about me,
I mean, come on, man. You guys have spent how many Valentine's Day together, and he was shaking his booty on you and shit. So I mean, come on, man. Now that he can't do it, he's got to turn to something. You know what I mean?
I didn't know
I
Maddie had
just
a
think
booty.
George is too upset knowing that I'm not going to be there.
Beware. Where at my house?
For you
Later.
for a nice steak dinner. For you to take me to a nice steak dinner.
Hey,
with, like,
you're not that
some,
expensive,
frozen
buddy.
yogurt
You're not
after.
worth that money. Nah, you're not worth that money.
Damn.
Go-
That's okay. I know my worth, and I'm beyond you.
Not worth that much.
Okay. So we have topics to talk about this podcast, yes?
Just before that starts, I am gonna just I wasn't supposed to make this known because it's kind of like a secret ability, but I can kind of tell the future a lot of the time. And Maddie, this time next year, buddy, you're gonna be celebrating Valentine's Day with a very special girl, okay, buddy? So be ready, be mindful,
Your girlfriend?
and stick to the Lord, buddy. Okay? Don't wait till marriage, okay, buddy? You're a sweet
Maddie,
guy.
you have a girlfriend?
Oh, he will.
Oh, still a virgin. All right,
Thank
go
you,
on.
Matthew. Oh God, George. I genuinely. How about you, just
He's
George?
not a
How about this?
virgin.
You
He's
just
not a
learn.
virgin. I'm playing around, Maddie. I know you're not a
All right,
virgin. I
you're
just like
playing
saying.
around, but how
Maddie,
about this?
Maddie is
Let's
not a.
just keep this.
Oh shit! What was it?
I'm sorry, Matthew. I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you.
you're
My
good,
bad.
buddy. Go ahead.
George, how about we just keep this, neutral, friendly? Let's do our podcast, and you just shut the fuck up.
All right, today, just because tomorrow's Valentine's, I'll be nice to you, Maddie. Just for today, this one time in a lifetime, I'll be
All right,
nice.
I already stopped caring once you started talking.
Yes, gentlemen.
You see, this is why I have to be mean to him. This is why look, people think that you're innocent. You're friends. They all think you're, but they don't see the real you. Take it on the chin and you go with it, but you are a little. Because at
Oh my God,
work, you don't act
is
like
he
this.
still going? Is he really still going? Shut the fuck up
But yes,
already,
I'm still going, bro. Where
Matt.
you got your own pair of
Let's
balls?
start with the
Where did you get a
podcast.
pair? Where? I just
Come
want to know
on,
where
guys. Come on.
pair
Come
of
on.
balls.
Listen.
All right, go on.
Maddie the virgin and George the guy with 7. Sorry.
Dude, just move on.
He wants to move on. All right. Okay. Anyways. All right. So we have things to talk about. Number one, we are going to start like we always start every single episode, which we love to do. Reddit. And today we're going through Am I the Asshole? We're going to have 3 great posts, okay? Handpicked by the gentleman on this panel today. Number 1, am I the asshole for telling my mom no to giving her boyfriend a brownie? For context, my mom, 46 female, her boyfriend, 43 male of 6 months, has been living with us for at least 3 months now. I, 17 female, don't like it because he does not really help out much. Example, doesn't pay for things, doesn't do chores around the house, etc. He just sits in his room. I made brownies 2 days ago just to try out a recipe. I ate the middle piece because it's my favorite part, and I jokingly sent a picture of it to my mom since it's also her favorite. She has a laugh over it. Later yesterday, her boyfriend is sick, and somehow my brownies got brought up. He asks for 1 or 2, and my mom says yes without asking me if it was alright. She comes out of her room and tells me he's getting 1, and I say no at first. She then keeps pushing me, but I hold my ground. She starts yelling at me, takes a brownie, then goes back into their room and telling her boyfriend how mean I was being to her. It really hurt my feelings because she didn't listen to me saying no. This morning, she walks out saying that I really hurt her feelings. I told her she also hurt my feelings and told her why I said no. She then says that she didn't raise her kid to not share. Am I the asshole for saying no to my mom's boyfriend getting a brownie?
Nah, man.
Maddie, you seem to have some strong feelings, buddy. Explain, elaborate.
Why does she have to answer to that man, bro? Who is he? Your
Well,
mom's boyfriend?
she doesn't have to answer to the man.
Exactly.
She has to answer to her mother.
Yeah, but who's to say they have a good relationship or they have the girl and the boyfriend have a good relationship at all?
I mean, that doesn't matter. The mom is giving her a direct order. Now, what it seems to me, because, I mean, what it seems to me reading this is that the daughter and the mom have kind of like a best friend, like a besties relationship, which is really never good for an underage person and a parent to have. Considering that she sent her a picture and they made a joke about it and whatnot, like that sounds like some shit homies would do. Um, yeah, but if your mom is giving you a direct order, yeah, you gotta listen to your mom, even if you don't agree. Now, if she was 18 years old and she was an adult and she bought the brownies herself, or she lived alone or some shit, or I don't know, she's just an adult and she's doing her own thing, then yeah, that's a different story. But you're still underage. You're living under her roof, presumably, and yeah, your mom is telling you to do something. So at least that's my take, at least. Any disagreements? Any agreements? What are the
I
thoughts?
can agree. You should
I,
always listen to
I
your parents, especially if you're underage. But at the same time, like
there's
if she
boundaries.
made the brownies for her, I thought she got to give them up just for her. I wouldn't do that. That's my shit. I made it. You
A lot
didn't
of
make it.
parents, a lot of parents, bro, they tend to choose their new spouses over their kids. That's wrong. That's I always see it as wrong. Like this guy just showed up to the picture and you're already having issues with your kid. That's a big no no.
I
So
can agree with that.
okay, I'm gonna read this comment. You guys tell me if you guys agree with this or not. Um, the brownies. This is from Mrs. Gracie 2001. The brownies are representative of your real problem, the deadbeat your mom allowed to move in. I suggest you take her out to lunch and tell her your real feelings. Not that it would change anything, but you needed to get it off your chest. In the future, wrap up your brownies and keep them in your room.
I agree. Just buy a little fridge and put it.
I mean, it's also another thing that, like, I think it should be stated that if the mom bought the ingredients for the brownies, your mom is,
Yeah, but who made it?
I mean, regardless of who made it, if your mom is the one who is like supplying everything for you to use, for you to eat and stuff like that, in the sense of like she's providing for you, then I don't really think that you have a stand, like a foot to stand on to say no to her. But we don't know that for sure. We just know that she made the brownies. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, also that's not really, I don't know. That's not my idea of parenting, dude. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna tell my kid, "Oh, you hurt my feelings." It's like, no, motherfucker. You're gonna do what the fuck I tell you to do, or I'm taking away your fucking pussy ass brownies, and you're eating broccoli, bitch. Anyways, but yeah, no, that's just, I don't know. That's just not really the way I would uh parent.
I mean, if I'm being honest, we don't really have all that much like what you call it, like information to go on really much.
Yeah, it is sort of vague.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, boyfriend of 6 months, denied brownie, lives with me. This and like, come on, bro. Like, where's the details? Where are the verbs? Where are the adjectives?
Yeah, I also do. Now that you mentioned the 6 months thing, I also do. Um, I believe that you got to have some more discernment when it comes to having a kid and bringing like a boyfriend or a girlfriend over. Like, if you're like a divorced person, you're a divorced parent, and you're like, you just start dating this new person or whatever. Like, I don't think you should be bringing that person in front of your kids and your family that quick. Give it some time. And like introduce them and stuff, and like you got to be more like considerate of the other people that are living in your home, especially since they're your kids. It doesn't really seem like, oh, I'm just gonna throw this new person in the house. You know, get along or whatever. I don't know. It doesn't. It doesn't really sit right.
No, 100%. Not saying that they couldn't have a good relationship, but 6 months, especially if you have a child, regardless she's 17, turning 18, even if she's 18 and older, that's still kind of messed up because you don't really know this guy. You don't know his background. You don't know his intentions. You don't know if one day he's there and your daughter's there, what he's capable of doing or what he thinks, or is he going through the hamper? Is he going through her dirty clothes? You never know. So that's poor judgment on her to move in after 6 months. That doesn't sit right with me.
Oh yeah, that's too soon to move in, especially when you have a kid at home.
Yeah,
You don't
Especially
even
a
know this
young
person.
girl. A girl. That's the worst part.
yeah. You gotta be able to like build those relationships before like it's that, and that's kind of another thing that brings me to what I said at the beginning, where it feels like they have more of like a friend relationship than like a mother-daughter relationship, considering she brought the boyfriend in like or sorry, yeah, 6 months into the relationship. She brings her, like, the mom brings her boyfriend like as if she's a roommate to her daughter or some shit. It just feels like a homie relationship rather than like a parent child relationship.
I can agree. Yeah.
Next, move on.
You don't have anything else to say, Maddie, before we move on, buddy?
No, I think it's wrong. hundred
Oh
percent.
wait, shit, we didn't even. Okay, wait, George. Before we do move on, is she the asshole?
No,
And
The
Maddie,
girl.
yeah, the girl,
The
is the
girl.
girl the
Hell
asshole?
no.
I'm gonna take a different stance. I say yes because she should have listened to her mom, but it is, her mom is still like somewhat of
it's
a
your,
dickhead.
your
But
your mentality
Now who's
is
a
the
mama's
parent
boy?
always right. The parent is always right.
not that a
Kid is always
parent's always right, because you don't have to always be right, but she does have the authority, and the authority needs to have, like, she needs to be able to have that authority regardless of whether or not you agree. It's like, you know a kid is supposed to listen to their parent regardless of whether the parent is right or the parent is wrong. that's what you call respect. You know what I mean? And it's not just, oh, I'm gonna listen to my parents so long as I agree with them. Like, that's not how it works. That's not how a kid works. A kid is supposed to listen to their parent regardless.
Yeah, it listens to its parents, but not take advantage by your parents, you know.
Bro, it was a fucking brownie. I mean, although it is
Oh,
like,
it's a brownie, but it's still her brownie.
yeah, regardless, like I said, I would say she's the asshole for not listening to her mom. You know, regardless. But anyways, without, I don't think anybody else has anything to say. We'll move on to the next one. Am I the asshole for refusing to let my mom, quote unquote, borrow my car indefinitely? I, 25 male, bought my first car last year. Nothing fancy, but it's mine. I worked hard for it, and I pay for everything: insurance, maintenance, gas, etc. My mom, 48 female, doesn't have a car because she doesn't like the responsibility, quote unquote, and has always relied on borrowing from my family or using public transport. So, 3 days ago, my mom called. We talk pretty often, and casually mentioned, I need your car for a while. I asked what she meant, and she said that she got a new job that she'd be starting soon. She told me about the job before, and didn't want to deal with the bus schedule. I told her I can drive you when I'm free, but I can't just give you my car. She acted all surprised, like I was being ridiculous. You don't need it all the time. I'll just use it when you're not. I told her, I work full time. I actually do need my car every day. And she said, well, we're family. I let you live in my house for 18 years. And now I
What?
need your help. Always
Bro,
brings
what?
always brings that up as if she's the only parent to ever do that. I told her that's not the same thing. I bought this car with my own money. She got mad and said I was being selfish and disrespectful. Obviously, she instantly told everybody. So my aunt even called me, saying I should, quote unquote, help out my mom because she, quote unquote, sacrificed so much for me. I stood my ground and said I won't give my car away. If she needs a ride sometimes, I can help, but she needs to figure out a real solution. Now she's barely speaking to me. Am I the asshole?
No, not
No,
at all.
bro.
You're telling me she went 50 years without a car? How'd you take the kids to school? How'd you go to interviews? How'd you take them to
That's a
sports?
you problem. Like I understand. Look, my mom right now, she needs my help. I'll let her borrow my car if I'm not working. If I don't got anything to do.
No, no, because here's the thing. She says she doesn't want a car and doesn't have a car because she doesn't want the responsibility.
Oh no, no,
So
no.
who's to
Fuck
say
no.
that she's gonna take care of your shit? She's not gonna take care of your shit.
Fuck no. Like me personally, bro. I'm glad I grew up with parents responsible, and they don't. I don't know what parent does that. Oh, I raised you. Like the fuck is that, bro? Like fucked up. But still,
Yeah, I think that
to
brings a
say
good
that to a
question.
yeah, to say that to a kid is like the kid didn't ask you to be his mother. The kid didn't ask you to birth him or nothing. That was a you choice. That was a you problem. That's what you decided to do. Now you want to like make the kid feel bad because of you never afford a car or never think about, oh, I need a car. You know,
So, I'm assuming you guys would be of the sentiment that a child doesn't owe their parents anything.
they okay, they do, but not like that. Not blackmailing them. Oh, I raised you for 18 years, but that bitch. That's what you decided to do when you have a kid. You got 18 years. If not, don't have kids.
What about you, Maddie? Do you think that a kid owes their parent anything? In that sense of like, oh,
I
I
feel that a
fucking I
child.
birthed you, I raised you, I sheltered you. You deserve. I mean, you owe me whatever the fuck. You think they owe them anything?
No, no.
I feel a child in the whole aspect does. Excuse me. Does excuse me.
That boy's
Does owe their
dying,
parent.
bro. That boy's dying.
Sorry,
What are
I
you
don't know.
choking on, bro?
My throat just got real dry.
Damn.
A child does owe the parent respect because yes, they did raise them, house them, this and that. But then again, like we've all probably said, I didn't ask to be born. But I mean, for situations like this, you're a full grown man. She's a full grown woman with jobs. Nah, man. And this type of point, no, because if she's denied the responsibility and she wants to use your shit, who's to say she'll take care of it? You know. So
Bro,
no.
you look, bro. You make choices in life, and you have consequences for every choice you make. If she made the choice to never have a car because she never wanted the responsibilities of owning a car, then you gotta live with the responsibility that you don't have a car and you don't know how to get to work without one. That's a you problem.
Yeah, I mean, this is the difference, right, between the first like post that we read versus this one. He's an adult. He bought this with his own money. It's, again, it's his. He worked for it and everything. He's an adult again. He's his own man, and his mom is her own woman at this point because she no longer has to take care of him. At at that point, it would be more of like we're two adults. You can ask me for a favor, but don't ask me anything like I owe you something. Like that's where it gets to a different degree of like, you're my parent and all, but I'm an adult, you're an adult. We're both
So Matt, I
adults.
have a question for you. So who's the asshole here?
The
Uh
mom.
I would say I wouldn't say the mom is necessarily the asshole. I definitely wouldn't say he's the asshole because obviously he has a job and he's a man. He has a life. He's an adult. He's working. He needs his car, so he can't just be like, okay, I'm not just gonna give you my fucking car, because you just want it. Like that's not how it works. So he's definitely not the asshole. But she feels like she can rely on her son. She's guilt tripping him. That's definitely something assholish to do. She feels like she can rely on her son. Her son, you know, at the end of the day, she needs to figure it out, bro. And
She needs to figure it out on her own.
yeah, she needs to figure it out. If like he said, bro, that's how you could be a good son at that time. If there's moments where I can take you, or I can drop you off, or I can let you borrow my car because I'm not gonna use it for the day or something, and then cool, whatever. But just to let you have it for like whenever you need it until like you want to give it back, like no, that's like it's not like I'm borrowing the car. What the fuck, like you know what I mean? It's his shit.
It
It's
is.
it's not
That's why
hers.
I'm trying to tell you. Like, this bitch is wild, bro.
Yeah, no. In
Like,
this case,
it's
he's
it's
not
her
the asshole for
mom,
sure.
but still, bro. Still, bro. That was you decided never to invest in a car, and then your son gets a car, and you're like, oh, you know what? Let me borrow your car. Feel like I'm done with it. No, fuck no. Need it for work, bitch.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's the asshole. I would say. I mean,
No, fuck
like I
no.
No,
said,
he's definitely not.
yeah, when you're the adult, or when you're an adult, you know, your parents become fellow adults. They're still your parents, but they're not necessarily.
You will always, you will always care for them,
Yeah, they're not
but you're not
necessarily in
gonna let
charge
them
of
take
you.
advantage of you.
Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to say. Is like they're not in charge of you anymore. You know what I mean? But but yeah, no, that's she got to figure it the fuck out, bro. Get Ubers until you're able to afford a damn car yourself, and buy yourself a little fucking car that'll get you from point A to point B, whatever.
Some cars are not even that expensive. There's some like beaters that are like I don't know 3K or something. I used to drive a beater when I first started driving. It didn't kill me.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think that's how most people do it. They buy like a really like a rinky dink car, just a car that'll do the job, and then they get a better one. But
Exactly. That's how you're supposed to do it. But
yeah,
some people they want to get the like he has a nice car. Let me get the nice car. No, fuck no. Fuck out of here.
yeah. I mean, and the fact that she brought a bunch of other family members into it, that shit just irks me, bro. It's like,
Yeah, you should just leave it between you and your child. You shouldn't,
yeah.
do that type of shit.
And if
You're an
you are
adult.
gonna fucking like vent to a bunch of other family members, tell them not to contact me, bro. Like, just imagine you're like having an argument with your mom or something, and then your aunt calls you talking about oh, you should listen to your mom. It's like, bitch, who the fuck is you? Get out my fucking, get out my business, bitch.
Exactly. Fucking exactly.
Yeah, that's all I gotta say about it. I don't know if you guys have any other further comments.
I got
That's all I got.
So, this is a consensus, not the asshole, correct?
I say she's the
And Maddie?
Mom's the asshole.
All right, bet. Next post. Am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law she can't criticize my parenting in front of my kid? I, 30 female, have been married to my husband Kieran, 34 male, for 4 years, and we have a son together, who's 3. My mother-in-law, Christy, is one of those people who doesn't seem to have ever grown out of the mentality that her son is in fact a grown man with a family of his own, and can be very overbearing at times. But I've known for the most part that she means well. She was very vocal through my pregnancy about what I should do and everything, etc. And a lot of it was valuable at first, as first-time parents. But since our son has been born, she's been very hands-on. Kieran has previously spoken to her about coming over too often. He knows I prefer to leave her to him, lol. But she doesn't seem to have taken much of the hint. Right now, she enjoys popping over sometimes twice a week. A few days ago, we were at a family gathering when my son threw a tantrum because he had lost his favorite teddy bear. I was handling it calmly and found the toy, but my mother-in-law stepped in and started criticizing my approach right in front of everyone. She told me that I was being too lenient and that my son would grow up spoiled if I didn't discipline him properly. This seemed utterly ludicrous to me, considering that not only is it mine and my husband's decision on how we parent our son, but he's 3 years old and lost his teddy bear. There's not much to discipline him for. I was embarrassed and frustrated because it was in front of a bunch of family members, but I pulled her aside later and asked her directly if she could take a step back from trying to control both my marriage and my parenting. She got very frustrated with me and started telling me that I needed to be more patient, um, and that she was clearly only trying to help. Real change of tune there, Christy. Thought I needed to be more strict and direct. I understand that she probably is acting with the best of intentions, but is starting to get too much. Part of me can't help but feel like she's treating mine and Kieran's son as a sort of second son of her own. But on the other hand, I understand that she's likely just trying to guide us in the right direction. I'm not sure. Am I the asshole?
No.
Georgie, what do you think?
She's not the asshole because she's raising her kid the way she wants to raise a kid. Every mother chooses the way they want to raise her. Have people that are always what to do. Like nobody is born with a manual. It's okay if you want to help, but if I'm telling you like the way that you're telling me to do things, and to leave me alone and let me do it my own way, just don't get involved anymore. Don't tell me that you just that I need to just be patient and listen to you. No, I don't. That's the reason I'm telling you. Not to tell me that if I need you to tell me, I'll ask you for help.
What about you, Maddie? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I don't think that she really has anything to say regarding her grand. I understand it's her grandchild and all, but like, bro, like, let the woman, let her raise her child how she wants. You don't have to get involved and try to remother a child just because you might have felt you did something wrong, bro. Like, let her do what she has to do. Yeah, that's it. Leave her alone.
I agree, buddy. I mean, I, I'm I understand how she's trying to like, be, nice and whatnot, and obviously that is her grandchild, so she wants the best for him and she wants the best for, that whole family because it's her son's family and whatnot. But I understand the overbearingness of it all. Like, definitely bringing it up like that in front of the whole family, that shit is that's a no go, bro. Yeah, no, that's probably not the best choice. The best actions, I suppose, to take. But definitely taking her to the side and telling her directly that she should take a step back and all that is probably the mature thing to do, because she could have made a scene in that family gathering. I mean, although, well, I don't know how she mothers her children. Of course, I don't know how she parents, because there's not enough details in there to know. But it seems to me that there might be some gentle parenting going on, which, if there is, uh, the kid is 3, but I think at 3 years old, as a kid, you have like the ability to understand things. I think in like a way that like will discipline you or will teach you, I suppose. But I don't know. I'm not a father yet, but
Thank
yeah,
God.
fucking guy.
He said,
but
"Thank God."
but yeah, no, I mean, gentle parenting though, like not the way to go. But I don't think she's the asshole. I don't think she's the asshole in this case. I think Kieran needs to get some fucking grow some balls, bro, and tell your mom to chill out, bro. You know what I mean? But other than that, yeah, I don't think she's the asshole.
All right, all right. If we all agree she's not the asshole, all right.
Any further comments, gentlemen, or we can move on from
No,
that?
no, we can move on. We can
Move
move on.
on.
Alrighty then. So that's it for the Reddit posts. Now let's go into a little bit of a, I guess, kind of a segue of what we were just talking about. I kind of wanted to talk about this on last show with Maddie, but I did want to have George here to kind of get his perspective. And coincidentally enough, this last Reddit post kind of was a little bit indicative of this. What do you guys think about gentle parenting? And you know, like, do you guys do you guys know what I'm talking about when I say gentle parenting? It's like a like
Yeah, when you're really soft on the kid.
Yeah, like it's like I'm sure that it's self-explanatory, but it is like a TikTok thing that's been going around, gentle parenting, This is the way you parent your child, don't like hit him, but give him constructive criticism and all this type of shit. You heard of that, Maddie, as well? Cuz George said he did, but
100%.
what do you guys think about that? You think that that's good for a kid? You think that's bad for a kid? Like, do you think you need to be like, where do you think it goes wrong, or if it's right, or whatever the case?
I think it goes wrong because you're just babying the kid, and look at this society we have that everybody gets offended easily by everything. So I think you have to be a little bit rough because you show much how do you say, too much babying to a kid, it could damage him in the long run.
I agree. You don't want to be too soft on your child because then they'll think they'll get away with everything if they misbehave or they use improper language. They act like a untamed child. So you don't want to be overbearing, but you don't want to be underbearing. You want to be in the middle, in my opinion, and just at least create boundaries, set rules and regulations for the child. Otherwise, things are not gonna work for the child when they get older because they'll probably never grow out of that shit.
Uh, I don't know. Do I want to? I don't know if I want to take it to here right now at this very moment. But so,
I get on with it. We all
hey, shut your bitch
know.
ass up, motherfucker. Sorry. Anyways,
We all know you.
so when it comes to that, listen, fuck it. I guess I'll take it there. This I was watching a episode. You guys know who Lily Phillips is, of course, the girl who took 100 dicks in one day and whatnot, and now she wants to
Oh,
do a
oh,
thousand.
oh! Wow, just straight into it.
Just
Okay.
just straight
Yeah, hey,
into it. You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
she's a hoe.
She's a hoe. Now I have a question that was popping up because she went on a podcast recently and she was talking about it with the hosts and like some of the guests on there. She was saying this was her claim or her position that if your child is 18 or and older and they want to go into porn or they want to be like an OnlyFans chick or they want to be a prostitute, whatever the case, that if a parent were to say, if you do this, I will never speak to you again. I am like we're gonna cut all contact and you're never gonna hear from me again. I love you, but like I cannot condone this behavior or support this behavior, so I'm not gonna speak to you again if you do it. She said that was being bad, like that was being bad parents. That means that they don't love her. You know what I mean? What do you guys think about that? Would you, as if you were a parent of that child, cut off your child if they did that, or do you think that that's not loving your child? Or
I would try to convince them not to do that before I do anything like rational like that. But I wouldn't cut off my child just because of their dumb decision. Because kids make fucking retarded decisions.
but he
Yeah.
But
used the R word there.
yeah, I know, my bad. But I wouldn't cut them off just because of that. But I would try to convince them, try to like keep trying for them to stay, the right path and shit.
What about
At
you,
least
Maddie? What
that's
do you think?
I mean, I'd be similar. I wouldn't. A parent should never cut off their child for anything. You know, but definitely, excuse me, definitely a conversation needs to be had because Obviously, no parent would want that type of shit for their child. But at the end of the day, you if your child's an adult, they can do whatever they want, and there's nothing you could do that can change that or affect that. So,
Okay, so you would say don't cut off your child.
yeah,
Now, what if they were living with you? Like they were living under your roof and they wanted to do this thing. They were over the age of 18 though, obviously. But they were gonna do this OnlyFans shit or whatever, or they were gonna go prostitute themselves or be I don't know, strippers or some shit. Um, would you kick them out of your house? You know, I mean, you might not cut them off, but would you kick them out, or how would you handle that?
That's different. I don't know. There, I'll tell them, look, while you're under, we're doing these things because I don't agree with. If once you leave my roof, if you want to go and for like I don't
yeah,
know
bro. But
$2 or something, that's on
you
you. But
know,
under my roof, you can't do that.
yeah, 100%. I agree. It's their roof, their rules.
Oh, but she is an adult though, so if she decides that she's gonna continue with this and she's gonna do it anyways, would you cut or would you kick her out or would you, let her live under your roof?
I'm gonna give her the option: either you stop or you pack your
Or
shit.
you're out. Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta respect my roof, bro.
But you would still keep in contact with her.
Yeah, of course. But while you gotta follow my rules. You can't be doing something I'm against. Like you can't be doing drugs under my roof because I'll let you. I'll kick your ass out.
What if she's not doing it under your roof? She's just going out somewhere to do it and then coming back and sleeping under your roof.
I mean,
She's
if I find out, then she's out. She's making enough money to afford her rent herself. So move out.
yeah. If she thinks she's gonna be good enough to be able to pay her rent and all this stuff, hey, you know what? Then get out. That's it. Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
No, 100%, bro. Get out.
but
You think you're mature enough for that?
but y'all wouldn't cut her off though?
No, that's still
No,
your child
bro.
at the end of the day.
Fuck your child. Yeah, for real.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I mean, dude, we know you kick your fucking kid in the balls. You'll probably kill him if he was gay and stuff. We know you would do stuff, but we can't do that. No, we actually love our kids.
yeah, you would kick out your kid from your home, but you wouldn't cut them off.
Yeah, not cut him off. I'll try to fucking bring him back to the light. Try to, tell him, look, everything you're doing is bad. It's not fucking healthy. You're gonna regret it later on. Your kids are gonna see you. They're gonna say why you did it. And you're
And then yeah, when
gonna
she
see
gets out of her
this light.
prime or some shit, and she can't sell shit anymore and do things like that, who's gonna want to hire her?
Exactly, bro. You can't just give up on your kid just because they made stupid decisions. You gotta help them.
Yeah, because if you give up on your kid because of decisions and shit like that, then you're not a good parent.
I mean, it's not giving up on your kid, but I mean,
You are giving up on your kid.
that's not giving up on your kid.
It's
It's not. But I mean,
so kicking out your kid and never talking to them again. It's not giving up.
I mean, you said you would kick him out. So are you giving up on
Yeah,
them?
kick him out of the house
Oh,
for
but
doing
so
something I'm against.
okay, so you would kick him out of your house, and let's just
Yes.
say in this instance they can't afford to live anywhere else, right? So they either live in your home or they're homeless.
Listen, bro, if you're doing OnlyFans and porn and you cannot afford to live on your own, bro, then what the fuck? Why are you doing it?
Dog, you know how many fucking people on OnlyFans don't even make enough money like to pay off rent
Because
and
they're
shit like that?
stupid.
Okay, yeah, they're stupid, but people
Because
do that
they look
shit.
ugly. They look ugly. That's why I'm telling you.
Yeah,
But I'm
but
telling you right now, bro. Like you're talking about, like this girl who actually does make money.
yeah,
If
yeah, but I'm
she's
not
still
talking
living with me, bro,
specifically
like
about
no,
her.
bro, get the fuck out.
I'm not talking specifically about her. I'm talking about if you had a daughter, and she wanted to do OnlyFans, and she said she's gonna do it, and she's over the age of 18, but she's living in your house. She's never gonna do it in your house, but she's still gonna do it, and you would kick her out. And if she couldn't afford, which majority of the OnlyFans chicks right now, they don't make enough money to afford rent like that.
If
You would
that's the
kick her,
case, I wouldn't kick her out. But I'll tell her that she has to look for a job and start looking for a place.
or you would do what?
Or she has to leave. Giving her options, bro.
All right, and she's telling you that she doesn't give a fuck about your options, and she's going
And
to
she can
do
go
the
to the
OnlyFans.
street.
Okay, so then you'd
What?
kick her out, and you'd make her homeless.
Okay, and
You're giving up on your
I'm
kid.
I'm not giving up on my kid. I'm still gonna talk to my kid. I'm still gonna keep up with her.
Yeah, you're gonna. Hey, do you
She can
want?
come to my house. She can come to my house and eat. I'll give her a plate of food.
She just can't sleep there.
She just can't sleep there while she's doing all that.
I mean, if that shit makes sense to you, bro, shit, I guess.
It makes sense. What would you do,
What do you mean? What
Kitty?
would I do?
Yeah, what would you do?
I mean, I wouldn't hold the position that I would kick out my daughter and make her homeless, but I still would talk to her. Like, what the fuck?
But what would you do?
If my daughter was with the intention of becoming an OnlyFans chick, and she was, steadfast on this shit. I'm gonna raise a Catholic family. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna give her all the tools and everything. Listen, you are an adult who can make their own decisions. I'm telling you right now that I'm not going to tolerate that. I, I live by a set of beliefs, and you're living under my roof. My roof.
Dude, get to the point. Are you gonna kick him out or not? Damn.
Listen, bro, my point actually makes sense. Unlike yours, you'd kick out your child, put him on the street, but you wouldn't fucking stop talking to them. But then that means that you love them, and that means you haven't given up on them, though. That makes no fucking sense. But if it makes
You
sense to
basically
you,
just described God
how did that describe God?
because God loves you. But if you go against his wishes, you're going to hell. The fuck?
Yeah,
It's the same fucking
if you
shit.
if you go against his wishes, he's gonna cut you off. But you're telling me you won't cut off your child, so it's obviously not like God. And love is
No,
different,
it's not.
bro.
Okay.
Love is different. I'm not talking about, oh, you stop loving your child.
What are
Of
you
course you
doing,
never
bro? Are you
stop.
kicking them out or not? Damn.
Of course I'm going to kick her out. But again,
Okay,
it's not. You said what?
are you gonna cut her off?
Yes, of course. It's not. It's not about love though.
Just say that.
It's not about love though. That's the thing.
That you don't love your child?
It's not about that.
What is it about?
It's about boundaries.
Okay, but you just said that you're gonna kick your child out. If she did that, and not only that, you're never gonna talk to her again. Like she's dead to you.
Yeah, it's about boundaries. I can still love
Fucking
her,
worse.
but maintain boundaries between the two of us.
So the boundary is as long as you do not exist to me.
Wait, what? You cut
So
off
you're
there.
saying if she does it, she's like she doesn't exist for you anymore. Like she's dead to you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I
All
suppose.
right, that's it. Get over with it. All right, we now we know what you can.
Maddie, what are your thoughts on this, buddy?
I mean, like I said, if she's living under my roof and she wants to do that shit, if you think you're mature enough to do that, then you're mature enough to get out and live your own life because I didn't raise my child to take a easy quote unquote way out when I probably put you through school, college, and all this shit. You want to do this stuff? You know what? Then get out. Period.
So the same question that I gave to George to you, you wouldn't cut her off though,
That's my child.
but you would kick her out.
Yeah.
And if it was that same situation where she would be homeless if you kicked her out, you'd still kick her out.
Like I said, if she wants to do all that shit, yeah.
Bro, there's a difference between like taking somebody out because they want to make dumb decisions in their life and then cutting them off completely. Like right now, if your son is on drugs and you try to help him and then he starts stealing stuff from your house, you got to kick him out even though he's going to be home. But you're still going to try to talk to him. You're still going to try to help him. But that doesn't mean you're cutting them off. You just don't want them in your house because they're stealing your stuff. They're gonna do stuff around. They're gonna take your things away. They're gonna do stuff you're not okay with. That's the same thing with the OnlyFans thing. Like you're not okay with it. You know, you don't like it. You don't want it in your. You don't want it to contaminate the other kids that you have in your house or brothers and sisters. You don't want that, and you don't want people who are stalkers to be stalking her and find out where she lives and then go to your house and try to get in contact with her. So to avoid all and avoid the situation for my family, she has to leave. If she thinks she's mature enough to do all that, she has to get out.
So then it's not really a moral thing. It's just like a safety thing for you.
It's moral and safety, both.
So it's also because you don't agree with what she's doing.
I don't agree with she.
So you don't agree with her, therefore you'll kick her out and make her homeless. But
Listen, bro, if she wants to do this with her life, she wants to to do this with her body, and she says that this is what's gonna make her money and this is what she wants to do, listen, get a job, move out, and do it in your apartment. Do it in your efficiencies. Do it wherever you live. If get a car, do it in your car. I don't care, but you're not doing it in my house, and you're not gonna go against my rules just because you want to be a grown adult. Then you gotta act like a grown adult. It's not difficult. While you're under my roof, you do what I say. If you don't do it, hey, good luck.
Yeah, I'll make you
You can
homeless.
come. Yeah, you'll be homeless. But that's decisions in life. Those are the consequences of your decisions.
I agree, and a parent not talking to their child anymore because they're doing something extremely immoral is also the consequences to their decisions.
I choose to still talk to them because if they ever regret it and they ever come back and they're like, "Oh, look, Dad, thank you for never stopping talking to me, even though you made me homeless, but that was a consequence." But I'm still gonna talk to her because someday she's gonna actually realize that what she's doing is horrible and she's gonna come back.
I'm sure she would, George. I'm sure she would. You can hold that position. That's fine. But
That's my position, bro. If
yeah,
you want to get rid of your
you
kid,
can
then
hold it.
that's on you.
Yeah, you could hold it. It just doesn't mean it makes sense, but you can hold that position.
I mean, it makes sense to
Um,
me. It makes sense to Maddie, not to you, because you're really religious.
well, it's not even about that.
Yes, it is. You're really religious,
I
dude. Dude,
haven't
you
even.
said that if your son came out gay, you would kick him out and he would never be your son ever again. What the fuck is that, dude? Do I want my son to be gay? Hell no. But if it happens, it happens, bro. What can I do about it? He likes dick. He likes it up the ass. There's nothing I can do.
When it comes to the gay thing, I think it's a little bit different. But when it comes to this OnlyFans thing,
Would you kick out your son if he was gay?
I mean, listen, bro. Like, you can like what
Answer.
you
Don't
like.
give me the long
You
explanation.
can like. You said what?
You would make your child homeless.
You can like what you like, bro. But you best not be taking dick up the ass in this house. That's
Exactly,
all I'm
bro. So
saying.
you'll kick him out. You'll kick him out, and you'll never talk to him again.
If he starts taking dick in the house, yeah, of course. The fuck? You're not taking dick in my house. The fuck is this?
But what if it's outside of your house? He just comes back filled with semen in his ass.
Yeah, he comes back dripping fucking cum on the ground. No thanks, bro. You're out the fucking house, bro. What is this shit?
Okay, like damn.
There's cum dripping out his ass. Yeah, no, get the fuck out of my house, bro. Get your gay ass dildos and your fucking whatever fucking pussy ass panties you have. Get the fuck out the house, bro.
Bro, you see this guy, bro. You see this guy, bro.
This is just the consequences to actions, bro. This is what I don't understand about people. This is the whole gentle
But
parenting bullshit.
okay, but you look. I wouldn't kick out my son gay or anything. That's
Yeah, you would
bro,
allow him to drip
me,
cum in your house. I understand.
that's fine, bro. That's fine. Listen, bro. That's my son, bro. It's okay. I don't care. Look, if he wants to do that, I did everything I could so he wouldn't do it. I did everything in my power so he wouldn't turn out that way. But if that's the way that he feels, that's the way that he is. He doesn't get hard looking at a girl. He's not attracted to a girl, bro. That's for me, whatever, bro. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. I can't do anything else, but I'm still going to love him. I'm still going to like be there with him, I'm going to be supportive. I'm not okay with it, but I mean, there's nothing I could do.
Yeah,
I can't beat him for it. I can't do. I'm not gonna
yeah,
do that.
I never said I'm gonna beat him either. But the thing about this is, you keep mentioning. George, just so you know, buddy, whenever you're not talking, go on mute because there's an echo. Anyways, it's not about love, and you keep mentioning love. Or I still love my child. I still love my child. I still love my child too. If my daughter decides to start doing OnlyFans, I'm gonna kick her out of the house. I'm gonna cut her off from my family because that's a cancer, and I'm not gonna allow that cancer to be attached to my family. But I still love my child the same way that I would still love my child if he was doing homosexual activities, but I would not let that enter my family because that is something that is an abomination, the same way as OnlyFans is an abomination. And again, I still love my kid, but I'm not gonna tolerate the stepping over of a boundary. That is a boundary. That is not a thing where it's to each their own. Like, no, bro, that's in my family. That's not how this works. Like, I'm not telling you have to like women. Like, if my son is born or whatever, my son grows up and he starts liking men and he likes men, whatever, he's only attracted to men, whatever. Being gay is not a sin. The sin is when you act upon those thoughts, when you act upon those temptations. That's when it becomes a sin, and that's where I'll kick you the fuck out, and I ain't never talking to you again. Plain and simple. It's the same thing with the OnlyFans shit. I understand it's easy money. I get it, and it's tempting, but that doesn't mean that you have to do it and give in to the temptations. And if you do, bye-bye. Goodbye. I did my best trying to parent you. I guess I fucking failed, but I am not going to let this failure of mine be around my family. That's just what it is. That doesn't mean I don't love you. That doesn't. It's the same way as if I had if I was married to my wife or whatever the case, and she cheated on me with a fucking BBC or some shit. I am not going to fucking stay with her because I love her. I'm not gonna
But
keep in
that's
contact.
different,
It's
bro.
not
That's
different.
different. That's
It's
unfaithfulness by your wife.
yeah, and that's unfaithfulness by my daughter because at the end of the day, she is my daughter, an extension of me, and she is doing this thing which is defiling not only herself but her name as a Gonzalez. I'm a Gonzalez. That's what it is, bro. At the end of the day, she's defiling my family and my legacy as well, and that's not gonna happen. At the end of the day, if my wife cheats on me, she takes a BBC. Yeah, goodbye.
So she can take a white one, but not a black one.
If she takes a WBC, I'll be a little bit, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more understanding. But if she listen, regardless, if she cheats on me, bruh, and, you know, she does that thing and she defiles herself in that way, I'm not going to stay with her simply because I love her. And if I do end up leaving her, which I would, and I divorce her, that doesn't mean that I stop loving her at that point. I will still always love her for the rest of my life. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to tolerate that by still keeping in contact with her, still being in a relationship with her. It doesn't matter. She is now cut off.
I don't think anybody here would stay with a girl that cheats on him, no matter who. That's completely different from
It's not different at all.
what we were talking
It's
about.
not different at all. You have a boundary, right? This is a relationship. And this relationship,
I have
you
a boundary, bro, but like,
Your boundary is you cannot be unfaithful to me. She stepped over that boundary. Therefore, you are cutting her off. You're breaking up with her. You're never speaking to her again. You can still love her. You might still love her, but that doesn't mean you're going to tolerate that in your relationship, in your house, whatever the case. You have a relationship with your daughter. She is your daughter. You love her. You have boundaries as a parent. She steps over those boundaries. Goodbye. That doesn't mean I stop loving you. That just means that you went over a boundary and you can no longer be associated with my family anymore. Because you went
Maddie,
over
what
this
do you
boundary.
think? Maddie,
Yeah.
what do you
Maddie
think?
baby.
What do I think, bro? Our
Yeah, about him,
conversations with
about
just
him.
Me and Matt are a lot more friendly, bro.
Maddie, what? George was speaking over you because he loves the sound of his own voice. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, the conversations with just you and me are a lot friendlier.
I mean, no, I mean, listen, the back and forth is awesome and everything. So, I mean, you know, the disagreements and everything, it's cool. But Maddie again,
agrees with everybody.
Maddie again. What are your thoughts, buddy?
I don't know because the conversation changed. So,
I don't think
What
he
are we
was
talking
even. To
about?
be honest with you, John, I don't even think he was listening.
of course, I was
Dude, he
listening.
never listens, bro. This guy's playing
course I
fucking
was
Star Wars right now.
I'm not.
What
playing
were we
Star Wars.
talking about the entire time?
Well, we were talking about if our daughter was doing OnlyFans, but then you guys switched.
That's
into-
exactly what we're talking about right now. He just said that if he's putting an example that if his wife cheats, he's leaving her just like he would leave his daughter behind and everything. That's what he was saying.
So, what is the question?
Buddy,
What
are
do you
your
think
thoughts,
about his opinion?
If my wife cheats,
Okay,
No,
you know
man,
what?
this
Let's move on. George, you have anything
Yeah,
else to
move
say,
on.
buddy?
This guy is not even paying attention,
Do you have
bro.
anything else to say,
Quit.
Georgie?
I don't know if you're watching porn or whatever. Got nothing.
George, I mean, Maddie does not have a porn addiction. Listen, guys, it's fake news.
I know he doesn't, bro. I know he doesn't have one, but sometimes I do think that he just listens to my voice and he just starts going to
He's just
town.
beating
You
it.
know, he's just beating it with the Michael Jackson music in the background.
you know, I
That's-
genuinely hate you. Like genuinely, okay? It's so fucking ignorant that I don't understand.
How am I ignorant, dude? We're having a conversation and you're like lost. You're lost, bro. And I'm like, how do you get lost in a conversation where
He's lost in the sauce.
we're all talking, bro? Like, I don't get it.
All right, let's just move on, bro.
Yeah, yeah. At this point, it is what it is. George, do you have any final words, any final things to say before that?
Nah, I'm okay.
All right, Maddie. I mean, I would ask Maddie, but he wasn't even paying attention, so it's fine.
He wasn't, yeah.
The next thing we're going to speak on today is the wokeism that has been implanted and infecting video games as of late. Um, and also just video game, like the video game, I guess, landscape in general, because that shit has been cooked for
Bro,
a
for
while.
real, bro. They've been putting so much wokeism into fucking video games that I am just disgusted by it.
I mean, what are your, let's touch on a specific one that's happened pretty recently. What are your thoughts on Assassin's Creed? I think it's Shadows or whatever. They have a black protagonist in feudal Japan,
Yeah.
and a woman as the second
I mean,
protagonist, I guess.
when they first announced it, everybody got excited for it because there, in the history of Japan, there was a black samurai.
There was.
Although he never did see any action, he was just trained by a samurai. He was a runaway slave, I think it was. The ship, I don't know, sunk or something. He made it to Japan, and they trained him. He never saw combat, but he was trained. And what the historians in Japan say is there's not much about him in history because, like I said, in Japan they write history based on the warriors that fought. They don't write history on somebody who was just nothing, that was doing nothing. So, this Shadows, they came out and they said this, and everybody got excited. Nobody had anything to do with it. Everybody was just excited. Oh shit, we're getting a samurai Assassin's Creed game, and a ninja. Everybody wanted a ninja because it's Assassin's Creed. Everybody wants a ninja because that's what assassins are. But they just brought out a samurai and they brought out a ninja, and then they said that it was historically accurate, and people got mad when they said that. And then they started to say some weird shit about the black protagonist and the girl, and then Japanese people started to get very angry at Ubisoft because I don't know what it was. I think it was the culture that it was incorrect in the game. Like everything they were doing, they didn't even hire Japanese people or Japanese historians. They hired people that work in Ubisoft to define the story of Japan basically in the game. And it was all incorrect. So it pissed off a lot of Japanese people. And they added a lot of wokeism into the game, like a lot of woke stuff. Like for example, like the female ninja. There were female ninjas back then, but they weren't used the way that it is in the game. The girls and the girls back then that were ninjas, they were more used for like seducing men and then killing them at night. But in the game, she's like this badass female, and they didn't like it. The samurai, it was Yakusei, whatever his name is, and they started to say that he was historically accurate and he fought in a lot of battles, and it wasn't true. So it made a lot of people very angry. And then when they released the trailer for the game, they didn't even add Japanese music. They added African American music, like rap. It pissed them even more. So a lot of people got mad. The game, when they released the trailer, even the trailer had bugs in it. The story's is woke. Like the story of the game is super woke. Like I think the girl ninja is like a lesbian or something. I don't know. Uh, and since it got so much backlash, they pushed the game back a lot. Like they pushed it back. It was supposed to release last year. Now it's being released this year. So there's a lot of controversy with that game.
Yeah, bro, and like I like you said, there was the like record of a black samurai that was in that time period or whatever the case, and like you said, he didn't really explore that much combat. The thing about it that really irks me, I'm an Assassin's Creed fan. They've been putting out a lot of shitty games recently, and one of the things that the community of the fans of Assassin's Creed has been waiting for a long time is a Japanese like samurai ninja type of Assassin's Creed game, and they finally announced it. That first trailer that was like, the one of him like or the character jumping on the roof of that like temple building, and it's all on the moon and behind the moon and shit like that. It's a silhouette. It's like super exciting. They're like, oh shit, we're finally gonna get a Japanese like samurai like ninja Assassin's Creed. It's super exciting. And then you realize it's not really a Japanese man like it should be, because we're in Japan and it's a samurai. It's actually a black
It's not
guy.
a real ninja either.
Yeah, it's actually a black
And
guy.
it's not a real ninja.
And it's not a real ninja. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it's a
Dude,
woman
it's
as well.
is that like ninjas back then? Because I do like a lot of anime, you know me, but I also like a lot of Japanese history. I used to watch a lot of their history channels and stuff about Japan, feudal Japan. The ninjas came about because of certain villages didn't want to be part of the war that was going on with the samurais that were trying to take over Japan and have like one ruler. And some villages that didn't want to be part of nobody, they saw it as a threat because they were taking over even people that didn't want to be part of the war. They were trying to stay out of it. So these people started to train people to kill silently. They started to train women, men. The men were more of a nighttime type of thing. Like they were attack people at night. They were, they'll do things like more how a ninja should, how you would imagine a ninja doing stuff. Females were more like they'll send them as a concubine or something for one of these generals or one of these officers. They were beautiful, and they'll do whatever the man wanted. They'll gain his trust so that they could be one of the main concubines. And once they had that trust, they would kill the person. That was the assassins for women were like that. They were deadly. They knew how to fight and everything, but they could never overpower a samurai.
Sounds
They
like a
could
good
never
role
overpower
of a female right
anybody.
there.
Exactly. So the men, however, that were actual ninjas, these guys were badass, bro. These people, they could stay. It's like snipers nowadays. How the military trains snipers to stay in one spot for several days without moving at all. These people would train like that, the ninjas. So they'll be in a tree for several days without eating sometimes, and they'll be like one of the most deadly assassins. These people can infiltrate a house that would they'll kill everybody in there. Samurais started inventing uh, the flooring of the houses. They started putting it so it could make creaks when somebody walked on it. The ninjas knew how to walk on it without making it creak. Not the women, the men, because that's what they were trained to do. Now, all this should be in the game. This is all historical. It's been proven that they were taught this way, but the women were never taught this way. The women were trained to seduce and kill. That's But then this protagonist, this is a woke game. They made her a woman, and they made her a deadly assassin that could overpower samurais. Samurais are one of the strongest soldiers in feudal Japan. These people were strong. These people were to disarm them was hard. Their armor was a little bit heavy, not fully heavy because it was mainly bamboo, but it was heavy. These people had to fight against Mongols and everything. These people were strong. And this girl in the trailer, she's just knocking out samurais with like a punch to the face. That's bullshit. You know, we all know women don't have that type of strength. Not even Ronda Rousey has that type of strength in her prime to knock out a dude. Maybe just a random dude on the street, maybe a little scrawny dude, but to knock out like a professional fighter, no, she'll never do
A
that.
fucking samurai of their time. Yeah, okay. Good luck.
Yeah, these guys were badass. These guys were
Strong as
known
shit.
to, yeah, strong. They had to
Fast.
walk for days. Their training was hardcore. It wasn't like sensitive anything. These people, like, if a man felt that his honor was hurt, they'll actually kill themselves. They'll have this thing called I think it was sudaku or something like that, and they'll just kill themselves.
Self deletion.
themselves.
Self deletion, buddy.
Self deletion. But yeah, so that's why a lot of people are angry at this, is because they claim it to be historically accurate, even though it's not. And there's a lot of wokeism with the black samurai, the lesbian ninja who's Japanese, you know, a lot of woke stuff in the game. A lot of woke stuff. The game it hasn't come out yet, and it has. You go on YouTube and it has more views than when the game is. I think it has more attention now than it will ever have when it comes out.
Yeah, no, bro. It's just like the need to put all these like just to make the story so and the game itself so unrealistic. That's one of the things that people liked most about Assassin's Creed games. It was just, I mean, obviously there were some unrealistic things within them, like like falling fucking 70 feet into like a fucking stack of hay or something. But for the most part, there was a lot of shit that really seemed plausible and it was a realistic thing. Bro, it's just to add all these things that are like just not realistic, bro. It's just annoying. Just simply because they want to add a woman, they gotta tick off that little box. They gotta check off that little box of a woman, and then they have to check off that little box of a black person. And there we go, guys. We're now politically correct. We're DEI. This is what it is. It's just it just ruins the game, man. It really does. And I think it's been happening with more games than just Assassin's Creed. It's like,
It's happening with, look at Concord. The main character in Concord was a bisexual a dude who looked like a girl that had a penis, but not really. I mean, what the fuck is that, dude? You had a game there. I think there's a meme about it that the girl's like, I am a pansexual, and then you got Peter Griffin from Family Guy going like, who the fuck starts a conversation like that? You know, that meme. I think a lot of people have seen it. So I mean, there's a lot of wokeism in video games. A lot of a lot of a lot of studios have closed down because of their games failing. Look at Star Wars Outlaws, Ubisoft, the same company that makes Assassin's Creed. A failure of a game of a franchise like Star Wars. That's a game that should be hailed, bro. You have the name Star Wars. Just that name alone, right there, tells you, bro, that you're gonna make money. They couldn't make fucking money off that game. They lost money with that game, bro, because it was so fucking woke.
yeah, man, it's the current state of gaming. I mean, bro, even the prices have gone crazy, bro. $70 for a fucking game. Even if it's just a story game, there's no multiplayer aspect to it. It's still $70. It's crazy, bro.
You know something that's crazy that Ubisoft has been doing it a lot? They add battle passes to single player games. They add a bunch of stuff for single player games, and I'm like, what the hell do I need to buy a single player game for $150 to get some skins that only I will see, nobody else will see. Only I will see the skin. Like, what kind of dumb fucking thing is that?
I mean, but it is kind of smart if you think about it, because let's say it's a kid like in middle school or elementary school and he's playing that game, right? And he's like, "Oh, I wanna have that skin. I want to play the game and see my skin like that." And then what is the parent gonna do? Oh, it's 10.99, 9.99, whatever. Then they buy it. So you at least have that spectrum of
Yeah, yeah, but that should be added in the game. It's a single player game, you know.
yeah.
If you
But
told me it
everything's
had
about money,
online,
bro.
yeah, I know
Everything's about
everything's
money.
about money. I know that, but if you're telling me that this is a single player game, bro, come on, dude. If it has online, I'll be okay with it. Right? Fucking online. It has some people are gonna see it. But bro, for like just my eyes only, bro, like the fuck is that, bro?
Yeah, plus, wouldn't it be a little bit more like, wouldn't it be a little smarter considering how most people like aren't really too liquid with money right now, inflation and all that shit? Wouldn't it be smarter to make the game, the price of the game itself, less money, so that the parents would be more inclined to buy the $10 skin or whatever the fuck? It's like, if I have to pay $70 for a game for little Timmy, yeah, I already paid $70 for your bitch ass to play this game. You think I'm gonna pay another $10 for you to get a fucking skin? Absolutely
Bro,
not.
that's another thing. That's another thing. They release the games at $70, right? They sell it to you at $70, and the game is ass. The game comes out and is unfinished. Is unfinished. Like the game is not even finished at all. The first day it comes out, it has a bunch of bugs. It doesn't play the way you wanted to play. It's super slow. It has a bunch of issues. We all know. Games when they the other day I was listening to this guy on YouTube. I was at work and I was listening to this guy talk. He was saying, because he was reacting to a video of like the companies, gaming companies that say that they're losing money when they release games because it is too like the inflation has gone up but the video game price hasn't. And they were saying that with GTA coming out, that they wanted to use that to say that the games are not going to be worth $100. So I'm just there thinking to myself, dude, if the games come out to be $100, I'm selling my PlayStation and that's it. I'm calling it quits. Like I'm not gonna be able to afford video games anymore because whenever they do a half off or something, it's gonna be $50. The
Which
hell
is
am I gonna
almost the
do?
regular price right now.
Almost the regular price right now. So like, why the hell would I want to keep playing video games if it's gonna be worth a lot of money, especially $100? And you GTA, I'm telling you, I'm a huge GTA fan. Every time GTA comes out, bro, it delivers. For me, it delivers. It delivers exactly what I expect from GTA. They never let me down. Now, you're telling me that NBA 2K is gonna be worth $100, bro? Fucking crazy. You're telling me MLB The Show, Madden, NFL that are fucking copy and paste are gonna be worth the same amount of money as GTA fucking 6? A game that's took like almost 15 years to make? You're telling me that your game that took you less than a year to make is worth the same amount of money as GTA 6 that took 15 years to make, and when it comes out, it's gonna be a magic game. It's gonna be amazing. Look at GTA 5. That game made hella money. That game made so much money, and they kept re-releasing it, and it kept getting bought. You know why? Because it's actually fun. You can do so much in that game. You can play chess. You can play golf, tennis. You can play a bunch of mini modes. You can play. You can race cars. You can race planes. You can go online, build your empire. You can do a bunch of shit in that game. That game is worth money. That game is worth. I say that game is worth $80, and that game is old. GTA 6 for me, I'll pay 100. But to tell me that every other video game in the fucking that comes out is gonna be $100, you're fucking crazy, bro. If your game comes out looking like shit every fucking and it comes out buggy as hell, like nothing works. I gotta wait for patches to come out, and then you're trying to sell me in-game items and a battle pass, dude. Are you fucking crazy? I'm not even wasting 100 anymore on a game. I'm wasting maybe $200 on a game. You're fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, and that was
These
that
people
thing.
are smoking something really big.
And that was that thing. You're talking about the GTA 6 thing where they're trying to use that in order to start making the prices of video games $100. I don't know if it was just me, but when I don't know if you guys heard of this game, Space Marine 2, the Warhammer Space Marine 2 game, whatever.
I have it. I played it. I beat the game, dude. It was fun, and it wasn't expensive. It was cheap.
Space
That
Marine
game was
2.
cheap. It was $50.
When did you buy it though?
The fifth week, I think, after a month, it went down to $50. I think they released it at 60, not even 70. How it is? They released it as like 59.99, and then they brought it down to like $50, like 49.99.
Space Marine 2?
Yeah,
What the fuck?
that game actually had fun in it.
Like
That game was actually
we're talking
good.
about Warhammer 40,000. Right?
Warhammer, yeah, Warhammer, yeah.
Really, bro? Because I remember I was looking at that shit. I was trying to buy it, and it was like $100 for like the regular edition.
No, you're crazy, bro.
I don't know. Shit.
No, the $100 was if you got the ultimate edition. Like, if you had the ultimate edition, you got that one.
Yeah, but I was
Yeah,
on that
that
shit,
one's.
like on the what's it called, on the PlayStation Store, and I
Yeah,
was
they were
looking at
trying to
it.
push it. Yeah,
Yeah,
they were pushing
they
it.
didn't even show the other one. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. No,
They're
they
trying
were
to make
they
it
were pushing
more.
that
They're
shit.
definitely trying to make it more like normal for games to cost $100. But bro, I'll tell you what, bro. If they start making that shit a thing, bro.
I mean, right now they're doing it with like early access to play video games. Like they tell you, oh, if you want early access, you gotta pay, I don't know, $100 or $120 for like you get all these things, but you gotta pay
So pretty
$100 and
much
you get
you're
like a
paying
week early.
$100 for a fucking beta.
Exactly, basically. But bro, video games, bro. If they put up the price to $100, bro. Look, I got my Nintendo DS. I got my Nintendo Switch. I got games that I can download, re-download, and play those games, bro. And I'm telling you, I won't buy another game ever unless I really want it. And the only games that I really want, GTA 6. And I think that's it. I think that's the only game I'd actually waste money on, like $100 on. Not even more, because I don't even buy anything else after that. I only waste 100, and that's it.
Yeah, no, I mean, to be honest with you, there's not really any games that I can think of right now that I would spend that much money on at this moment in time. Just I don't know, man. Just I barely even touch my fucking PS5 at this point. Like I don't know, but that's that shit, man. I don't know. Maddie, you have anything else to say about that, or George, you have anything else to say about that before we move on?
Nah, we can
No,
move
sir.
on.
All right, beautiful. So now to what's it called? I guess to move it on, we're gonna talk about a little bit of politics, current events today. Tomorrow, again, as we're recording this, we are gonna upload it like the following week, so this is gonna be a bit delayed. It would have already happened basically. Saturday, it's a big day, guys. I'll tell you why. Either Gaza or the Hamas or whatever their name is returns these hostages, or Israel continues its war on them, and Trump gets the hell out of there. Me personally, I don't even think Trump should have been in that shit in the first place. Just leave that shit alone. Don't even don't even touch that conflict or whatever. Like, let them figure that shit out on their own, bro. Like, we have enough problems in the States as it is. But he said if if they don't return the hostages by Saturday, so for us it's tomorrow, but it would have already happened at the time of this releasing. The country of Israel will go back to war with them. What are you guys' thoughts on this, Georgie? What do you think about this? You think it's gonna happen or?
Dude, honestly, it's kind of sorry, it's kind of dumb that we keep getting involved with the Middle East. I say just let them blow themselves up already, and that's it.
Oh,
'Cause that's
jeez.
what they want to do. They just want to kill each other constantly. Like no matter how many times we step in, we're just losing money, losing our time. These people want to just eliminate themselves. Let them do it. You know, stop trying to get involved in all this, and that's it, bro. Because it's kind of bothers me that we keep wasting money, sending money over there and everything for no reason at all. Because these people never learn. They just keep doing it over. Like every time there's a war that stops over there, another one pops up, another new group shows up, another group of terrors show up. You know, and it's kind of annoying.
Yeah, no, it's always the same cycle, and Trump talking about how he wants to build this utopia in the Gaza Strip or whatever. It's when I heard that he was planning on doing that, or at least when he announced it, it was
It's gonna be blown up. I'll tell you that. It's gonna be freaking blown up.
yeah,
I'll
and it's
tell you.
just so
But
stupid
give
to
it
me,
five
bro.
years. Give it
Yeah,
5 years. It's gonna be blown up.
yeah, and it's just so stupid to me, bro. Why the fuck would you spend money that we don't even have to go over there and build a new city or whatever? It's so stupid. Maddie, what are your thoughts on this, buddy? What is your take?
Well, this was my first time hearing about it because I haven't kept up with the current events and everything. But I mean, the hostages should be released. But there's no point in continuing death, killing and murder and massacre and a genocide for that type of shit. There's no point. It should just be able to make amends because look when the day before Trump took office, they released some of the hostages. But the it's just everything over there. They just want to overtake they want to take the land because they feel Israel is their land and Israel's like, no, we're us. But it's just it's so sad to see that there's no peace, that there's only power hungry leaders or groups that are willing to kill uh men, women, children, and destroy businesses and buildings and everything like that. That nobody over there can go to sleep knowing that is a missile gonna hit us? Is something gonna go off? Is there gonna be a bombing? It's so sad, and it they should just release the hostages, come to an agreement, or you know what? They know what's gonna happen if they don't. Like Trump said, they're gonna bomb. He's gonna bomb the shit out of them, and then hopefully everything is able to go back to being good after that. Peaceful, not having all this crap going on that we have to worry about, which is very unfortunate.
Yeah, I feel like at some point you kind of just have to just let like countries deal with their own shit at the end of the day, right? Like on top of the fact that Israel has been completely mishandling this war, they've been doing a bunch of bullshit, and they've been doing a bunch of dumb shit. Um, that to me feels a little bit deliberate, but I'm not even gonna go into that. Um, it's just, and we're coming over there, we're helping them out, like we're the police of the whole world and everything. It's the same thing that we're doing with Ukraine and Russia and their
Bro,
war.
can I say something?
Yeah, buddy, go
You
ahead,
know
go
what
ahead.
needs to happen over there, bro? We need to stop fucking sticking our noses in a continent that does nothing for us. Because at the end of the day, bro, no matter how many times we try to stop them from, killing each other or anything, leave it to the European countries to handle it. It's gonna get out of control because it already is out of control. Let them handle it. We live in no in the American continent. We don't need to get involved over there at all. I say just let them do what they want to do. Let them, do what they want to do to each other. If I was Israel, bro, I would have just started just using missiles out of nowhere everywhere. I don't care which civilians get hurt because at the end of the day, they killed my civilians, me as a leader. They kill my civilians. They kill our children. They kidnap them. They do. I'm just hitting them with everything I got. Everything I got. That's it. They wanna destroy us. We're gonna destroy them. That's it. That's the mentality you gotta have. If you don't have that mentality, bro, you're gonna get destroyed every time.
Yeah, that's the thing that people don't really understand, man. And when it comes to any conflict, war, and things like this, it makes countries money, all right. And these things make countries money, and to me, that's one of the reasons. You know what? I'm not even gonna get into that shit. But again, they've been mishandling the fuck out that damn war, um, and we've been tiptoeing around that whole shit. We've been telling them, oh, don't finish them off. Okay, you can finish them off. Okay, don't finish them off. Oh, bring us back the hostages. Oh, be careful. Like we're too much like trying to be the big brother or some shit, or trying to be like the overseer. It's like just fucking let them do their thing, bro. Like if they want to go to war, if they feel like it's necessary or whatever the case, if they provoked and they, whatever, just let them do their thing. And when it comes to Ukraine and Russia, figure out a
That was our
solution.
fault. Nah, that was our fault. That was Biden.
What are you talking about?
Russia said that they didn't want Ukraine part of the. They didn't want Russia to be part of the. What do you call this thing? The United Nations, I think it was. And Biden Biden said that told Ukraine that if they hand over their nuclear missiles, they could be part of the UN. And that's when Russia started to act up. And then when Russia saw what happened with the US when we left all our equipment over there in Afghanistan, I think it was, we left everything behind. People died. American soldiers died. They saw the disaster. He said, "Yeah, we can go into Ukraine and do whatever we want because this administration is just retarded. I mean, sorry, stupid."
Oh my gosh. Uh, yeah, no, it was definitely the taking of the nuclear weapons that kind of gave Russia that green light to go, you know what, we're gonna go into this motherfucker and we're gonna take what we think is ours. Um, but he did say he was having some conversations with Putin and that everything seemed to be going well or whatever. But you know how that shit goes though. We'll see what happens with them. If Trump does put an end to that war though, that would be pretty massive for his whole agenda and whatnot, and people's perception of him. But continuing to give money to a war that will never end until Ukraine is like, it's like Ukraine's not gonna win that shit. They're not gonna win. It's only a matter of time. But we're gonna continue to like kind of keep giving them more and more assistance and monetarily and weaponry and equipment and shit like that, just for them to just lose. I don't know. It's just either find a solution to it or stay the fuck out of it. In my opinion, none of the other United Nations are really helping. They're kind of just standing by, kind of just just kind of standing in the shadows or whatever. We can't continue to be the only country that does something. We have there's a bunch of other countries in the United Nations, bro. Let them fucking
Is
participate.
that even Trump said it? He said we don't have to get involved because at the end of it all, it doesn't affect us. We have an ocean. The people that are going to be affected is the European nations. The people over there are going to be affected. He said it. He knows it. The Europeans know it. They're just letting us do it because they don't want to waste their resources, they don't want to waste their money, their dollars. And the reason the U.S. keeps getting involved is because they know if they don't get involved, there's going to be World War III. They know it's going to happen because European countries don't know how to handle anything. That's why all the wars always start over there. They never start over here. They start over there.
Yeah, man. It's just an endless cycle at the end of the day. That's just what it is. But it's just a continuous endless cycle of wars and just more money that we're gonna have to spend and shit like that. More taxpayer funded bullshit. At the end of the day, they have to, like I said, let them figure that shit out, bro. Like we have a bunch of shit going on here, man. We have a trade war going on top of that. On top of everything else, we got a trade war going on. It's like, all right, bro. Just gonna keep raising my fucking prices on shit at the grocery store. But yeah, that's pretty much.
Everything, yeah, bro.
You have anything else to say, buddy, or chilling with that?
Nah, I'm chilling with that.
What about
Maddie's he's not here.
yeah, Maddie's
Said he
cooked.
was gonna mute himself.
Maddie, you have anything else to say, buddy, or
Well, I again, I'm not too informed about the whole situation, but it would be nice if in the Middle East and all over there on that side of the world,
people were able to live in peace and harmony and just get along. But then again, everything is about power. Everything's about having land and having more people under your belt, having a bigger military, having more of a defense and all of that. So that unfortunately I don't think is ever gonna end over there.
Yeah, I wanna. I mean, I guess I'll end my statements on this just to say the root of all evil in this world today is money and power and status, and war brings all three of those things for countries that go into it, and especially the ones that win. Um, think about that whenever deciding who's the good and who's the bad side in a war. Some wars did have moral beginnings, and it was a moral war and whatnot. But most wars, it's about money, it's about power, it's about status. That's what it is at the end of the day. And this Russian one is no different. The Israeli one, it's also no different. I mean, that's just what it is. But I have nothing else to say about that, and I think we're done for all of our topics today. Do you guys have anything else to say in general of any specific or any topic in general that we spoke of today, or you guys are good to cut it there?
I'm good. I'm good right now.
I'm good to cut it there, my bud.
All right, beautiful. I just have one last thing to say. If you're my son and you're listening to this, and it's the future, I hope I've been a good dad to you. But if you like taking it up the ass, I don't want to say the specific word of the phallus or whatever. Just know that it hurt me more than it hurt you. That came out wrong. It hurt me to disown you more than it hurt you to be disowned. Okay. Anyways, so with that said, thank you so much for tuning in to every single one of you who did. We appreciate it very much. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit the like button on the episode. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, leave a comment. Any disagreements you have with us, any criticisms, whatever the case may be, leave it in the comments, and we'll respond to them in the next one. Do that in also in Spotify if you're listening as well. If you guys can't catch the full shows, we have clips accounts, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We post shorts on YouTube as well. If you guys want to get the best bits of the shows and you can't watch the full ones, follow those accounts. Yeah, I mean, I think that's. Oh yeah, if you want to be a guest on the show as well, feel free to DM us on Instagram at CatFiveBoys, letting us know your interest in being on the show, and we'll contact you and we'll get all those things sorted out, all the details, and we'll have you on. And we would love to have you on if you have any disagreements or you just want to have a conversation about a specific topic, whatever the case may be, something you're passionate about. We would love to have you on. It'd be a very interesting conversation. Thank you so much for watching again. We hope every single one of you has a blessed rest of your day, and because we are posting this afterwards, but that you had a good listen to me, keep saying Thanksgiving, that you had a good Valentine's Day, that you spent it with family, with friends, maybe a romantic partner, and yeah, God bless each and every one of you. Have a great night.
Good
Have
night,
a good night,
everybody.
everybody. Be safe.
Don't let Maddie's addiction get to you.